In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of my absolutely favorite quote-unquote cheap wheel strategy stocks. And if you drop a comment down below in today's video, you're also going to get 25 additional of my favorite wheel strategy stocks. And while you're down there, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and of course, I hope you're having an absolutely God-blessed day, guys. But today, we're talking about a cheap wheel strategy stocks. This is one of the ones that I consider a training wheel stock. A lot of people that I talk to in my personal life, they love getting into, selling options once I tell them about it. And I always say, start small. Start with like whatever you could stand to lose. Even though we're kind of in the driver's seat with the whole, wheel strategy, Ark Options Strategy, we still want to start small. We want to build confidence over time. That way, when we're managing a big portfolio, right, we're stepping in, kind of feeling more confident with all the different kinds of situations, because there's quite a few that you could be in when you're running this wheel strategy, right? So in today's video, let's talk about that. And this is not just because it's a cheap stock. I still trade this stock whenever the setups come around to it. Just because the stock is cheap doesn't mean it's flawed or anything like that. So here I am just on arkpicks.com, and basically what I've done here is I just filtered it by price. So if we're running on a budget, we have to be realistic. Let's say our budget is $2,000. Like our budget to try out this wheel strategy thing for the next couple months to see if it's maybe worth us putting more money into is $2,000. And that would be very smart of you to do that. I 100%. I always tell people, start with whatever, a couple $1,000s for the first couple months, get your feet wet and understand it. So I'm here under the tickers here, and I'm just going to sort. I just sorted by price to see what are the stocks currently that are under 20. Obviously, SoFi is very oversold. We're not going to go into SoFi because we do a lot of that already. We do have Kenvue here, which I really like because they have a nice dividend. We have about a 2.97% return on collateral on basically a 41 DTE. Not bad. Conagra Brands as well, a little bit less, 2.78%, just under 3. Let's take a look. You know what? Let's maybe go. I'm between American Airlines and Ford. Obviously, American Airlines premiums are really high, but the reason I do like Ford is because, AAL is kind of a better setup. So let's just go with American Airlines. The problem with American Airlines right now is there's no dividend, so it's not full Ark Options Strategy. But Ford is nice because you do have a juicy dividend. Conagra, Kenvue, they offer a dividend, and you'll see with this strategy, it's nice to have a dividend with the stock, because what we're able to do is we're able to run that covered call, plus we're able to collect the weekly or monthly premium as well. And then when you factor that in with the dividend check, man, we snowball and even faster at that point. But guess what? It's not always the case, unfortunately, that we can always have a dividend paying stock. So it's good to click open into our American Airlines right now. We could see, at least at the time we're recording this video, we're fairly neutral on the RSI, a little bit oversold, just slightly, just below that 50 line, which is right in the middle. We're at a 42, so just barely touching an oversold territory. Looking at the share price at the time of recording, $13.59. We are below our 50-day moving average of about $15. We are above our 200-day moving average of $12.90, and then we also are above our 300-day moving average just slightly of $13.31, which isn't bad. So how do I look at this? Well, typically when I sell puts, I want to be below or around the 200 and 300-day moving average, preferably below if possible. But that's not always the case because when we have to deal with once we don't know what the market's going to do. Look at some of the great companies right now that are just plummeting below all their key moving averages. But these are key indicators that I like to be around. It gives me a sense of comfort. I'm not a candlestick. I'm not a Picasso drawer or anything like that. I like good quality companies and getting in at them on key support levels. That's usually what I like to do. I don't like to sell puts when companies are at all-time highs. Like, that's just, to me, I'd rather go put the opportunity elsewhere. I'm an income investor with selling options. I'm not a buy and holder. I do buy and hold every single week, but that's a different strategy. That's buy and hold. In this case, I am simply looking at, hey, what is giving me the return on collateral that I want, right? That's where I'm going to park my money. And is it a good quality company? And is the setup decent? Okay. So taking a look at the trade idea here on Ark Picks, so you could see at least my trade idea for the 32 DTE, the 1250 is playing fairly close to the money here, but below our 200-day moving average, right? So you can see our 200-day moving average here is at 1290. Our strike price on this one is 1250, which is really, really nice. We're collecting $47 of premium. So 47 times 100, or you guys already know this. I'm assuming if you click this video, you know what the wheel strategy is. So we're collecting $47 of premium, and our return on collateral is 3.6%. 3.76%. So let me go. Actually, I want to show you guys why this is important. Oh no, why did I get signed out? Let's see what happens. Oh no, let me move this out of the way and sign in, guys. I'm not sure why I got signed out. Let's see. You know, there's no cuts here, guys, so you already know. Hold on, but this is important because I need to show you. Let's see. Please let me sign in. Oh my gosh, guys, it's me. It's making me go. Just fast forward a little bit. Don't leave me. I get this one. This is an important piece I need to tell you about, especially when you're closing out these positions early and why you need some cushion in your premium at times. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It's not suspicious. I'm good. Come on. Yes, I'm secure. No. My gosh, guys. It's not letting me sign in. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Cash. Oh my gosh, here we go. Now we're back. Maybe. Why does Google do these things, guys? It's like Microsoft. That's why I hate Microsoft so much. Signing into a Microsoft Outlook account is like going through a seventh layer of hell. So let's go. View. Let's go. Let's zoom in. You can grab all my calculators, guys. Apologies for that technical delay here. You can grab all my calculators at the Ark Options Workshop. It's a 90-minute training, and at the end, I give you all these calculators and trade lock templates for free. But let's map out this trade real quick. Apologies. So we're collecting $47 of premium. We're at to $47 of premium. We are locking up $1,200, a little bit more, and we're collecting at 3.76%. Why? And then our DTE is, what did we say our DTE is? We are about 32 days away, and we have no real fear of earnings. Always make sure your stuff's not expiring during earnings week or the week after. So April 22nd. Okay, so we are good there. Okay, and we've got some good time. We got 32 till our days till expiration. That is fantastic. So, but here's why when I do a position like this, I need cushion. Okay, usually. Like, this is an inflated return, guys. A 3.76%. I look at this as the ultimate risk factor. If I'm getting anything above 2%, really 2.5 up in a 30-day period, that I consider that high risk, meaning I have a high chance of getting assigned the stock, right? So because there's two outcomes when you sell a put. Number one, at expiration, right? At expiration, if American Airlines is trading above $12.50, we don't buy the shares. If it's trading below $12.50, at 11, you're on the hook to buy it at $12.50. But here's the thing: most options contracts, they expire worthless, or I close out early, right? So let's say, let me copy and paste this here. Let's say in like the next week or 2 weeks, American Airlines, great news. It shot up. It's crushed it, right? Well, what I like to do is close those positions out early by giving back a little bit of that premium, right? So in this case, right, I collected $47. I would be okay giving back, let's say $10 the following week, and I'd only net out $37, and I'd still have an insane return. Hell, I also have something called the 50% rule that I dive into, where if I would be willing back, just for simple math, I'd be willing to give back $25 of this like $50 I'm collecting here, 50% of it, if the stock moves really quickly. Because guess what? When I close that position out, when I buy to close that position out, I'm still collecting insane amounts of return. A 2% return is still insane to be getting. But guess what? My expiration may only be now cut to like 7 days or 14 days, right? Look at what that does to the annualized return. That is absolutely bonkers. But guess what? If you go into a trade like this, let's say you did this trade. Let's say the 1250s, you only collected 25 up front. You have no cushion here, really, right? Like, you have no cushion where it would necessarily be worth it. Now, we all have financial goals. My personal target is on my trades to get at least 2%, preferably a little bit more, so I have that cushion to buy to close the position out early if I'm able to, right? Now, that doesn't mean I'm shooting for like a 4%. This is definitely a more high-risk trade to get into, but, the delta is still fairly low on that specific trade. So, you have to kind of weigh the risks for yourself. But the ultimate reality is this, guys. Do you believe in the company? Do you believe in the stock? If you believe in the stock, does it really, really actually matter, right? But this is why I always like to go when I'm in Ark Picks here, guys, and I go on my watch list and I'm looking for my setups. If I'm like have some collateral that I want to get to work, first I'm always sorting by price to see where my actual number is. But then I'm also looking at, hey, what is my return on collateral? Because, like, for example, this Starwood run, if I'm only getting 2%, I have to know going into that, right? And that's only a 28 days to expiration. I know going into that, I don't have much room if my goal is to finish the trade at 2%. While other ones of these, look how insane some of these are, right? The premiums that you're collecting on some of them. Remember that a red alarm should be going off to you when you are getting that amount of premium, okay? A red alarm should be going off for you when you're collecting that much premium, okay? I cannot stress it enough, because when that happens, you want to make sure that you have some cushion, some protection for yourself. And there's more on that as well that we'll be doing. I'm actually adding a new layer to the Ark Options Strategy called the protective put. It's great when you're doing cash secured puts, but you can also do it with your covered calls as well. And especially on really volatile stocks, it's totally worth doing. But more on that on the Ark Options workshop, guys. So click the first link in the description of today's video. It'll take you to a 90-minute training, perfect if you're a beginner. And at the end, I give you all of these free resources completely for free at the end of that training, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.